Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Hi. All right, so I can see some people are logging. Hi, Irish Knight. Hello, Deborah Bell. Hello, Charlotte C. So glad to see you guys here. I'm just going to wait another minute until 8 o'clock, and then we're going to get right into it. And obviously, you guys have seen the ad or whatever for the video. We're gonna do an unboxing tonight. I've done an unboxing before on my channel for the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck, which I gave away on Patreon a few months back when I was first starting out. But today we are going to be looking at this beautiful Colette Baron-Reid. All right, animals, spirit animal oracle deck. All right, it is really still shiny because the plastic's still on. Really, really beautiful deck. Hello, Corinne. Um, so we are going. It's 8 o'clock. We're gonna get right into it. Now, I'm gonna be giving this deck away. Not exactly this one because I'm gonna be opening this one and we're gonna review it. But I will. Whoever gets the deck, it's gonna be a random choice, obviously. Will get a brand new one shipped to them to their address. I'll reach out to them by email. Please make sure I have your email or you email me at bowandarrowtarot@gmail.com so I have your email if you want to be in the running. Or I will announce your name on the channel when when I make the pick, and then you can tell me how to get the tarot deck to you, the oracle deck to you. So. Of course, it comes wrapped, and all of you, you know, the reason why I do unboxings, hello, Brandy, the reason why I do it in Janae, unboxings is that tarot decks can't be returned once you open them. And it's really hard to find a place where you can go and actually feel the cards and check them out. As soon as you take the plastic covering off, as I did, you really can't return them. And a lot of them can be quite expensive. So one of the things that I would like to be starting to do definitely in the new year is to do more and more unboxings for you guys. So you can at least see what the deck looks like and the imagery and what all you get in it before any of you decide to buy it. Okay, so this is a beautiful box right away. It feels really nice and sturdy, right? And let's see, how do we get this deck out? I think we're gonna have to push it through. Oh wait, hang on. Ah, so there we go. It flips open like that. It's really, really pretty. Right, and it has inside, you get a little inscription there. It says, the spirits residing in the natural world have much to share, and the secrets of their forgotten language are now available to you. It's really nice quality. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of people buy decks from Amazon, and you'll see that the decks, or like any other sort of big website or whatever, I don't know, I don't want to call out Amazon, but anyway, some big marketplace website, and you'll see decks on there for a deck maybe like $20, $25, and then suddenly you see the same deck for like $8. I found that those really, really cheaper versions are oftentimes bootlegs. They're literally bootleg tarot card decks out there, and oracle card decks out there, because so many things are being bootlegged. And when you buy these decks, they are cheaper, but they are really poor quality. And so it really is worth it for you to buy the proper deck either from a local store, or make sure that you're buying it from a reputable sort of publisher when you're buying it online. And chances are you're going to have to pay, you know, regular fees. You just can't get a decent deck for that cheap, right? So this is really, really nice quality. It's got a little ribbon inside that's going to obviously pull out a little book that comes with it, first of all, which is really lovely. Reminds me of the Seth Speaks books, right? The coloring and everything. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that. It's very handy. It's something you could certainly, if you see it's in the palm of my hand, right? So it's something you could certainly have like in your bag. You could carry this deck with you. And of course, we go through and we have a listing of everything, right? There's an introduction. There is, of course, how to work with the deck, right? How to work with the spirit animal oracle. The cards, their messages and their meanings. Goes through one by one. see, right? We have 68 altogether, which is really, really beautiful indeed. That's quite a lot. And then you have about the artist, obviously, and about the author, etc., etc. The book itself is just in black and white. Example, Dolphin Spirit, right? And it's going to give you a picture, a number, the title. It's going to give you a little sort of quote, and then the oracle message for that card, okay? Let's see what else it says. It will say, okay, so this is interesting. For the cards, each of the cards, you get an oracle message, right? If you can see that there. It says oracle message, right? And then when you turn over, you also get protection message, which is right there. Okay? So that means this deck is for those of you who are seeking to use the deck for various means, right? For various messages. This is quite nice because animal spirits, all animal spirits do have inherent in them a need for protection, right? In the animal world, it's you know, it's eat or be eaten, right? It's fight or flight. It's the animal, right? So all animal spirits also, if you're really getting into animal spirit oracle cards or animal spirit cards, when you really get into studying them, there will also be a component to each of those spirits for how they protect themselves. What energy do they use to protect themselves? So I find that very interesting that this book would have a protection message. And I think for some of you out there who are, because I do get a lot of comments from people who are seeking to find out, they seek, you know, to know how to protect themselves, for instance, from psychic energy, right? From negative energy, from those that they believe are preying on them psychically, emotionally, mentally, etc. And so this would be a very good oracle deck to use for something like that. So that's the book. Now we want to get right into the good stuff, which is of course the cards. Again, I really, really love this box. It is really a perfect box for storing your cards as well. And we're going to, where am I going to put this? I'll put this over here. And let's get right into it. Wow, they are really, really beautiful. Obviously, as with all decks, you get the ribbon. I do try to be fairly thorough. If it gets boring, let me know and I'll just, you know, go ahead. But I like to be really thorough because this is all by video and you guys can't really be here to feel it. So you don't know. Okay, so very nice. It's a nice handling deck. Okay, when I think about like, you know, having this deck in my hand, working with it, shuffling it, right? I have very large hands, but it is wider than a traditional deck. So let me just show you with a traditional deck, we will pull out, let's just pull out these. This is the traditional tarot, right? We have the traditional rider-waite, excuse me, deck. And there you can see the difference in size, right? It's a little bit wider. It's a little bit longer, right? Just a little bit, mostly just a little bit wider, I would say. Very nice, perfect deck for oracle work because it's a bit bigger. With oracle cards, we'd like for them to be a little bit bigger because oftentimes you're only pulling one or two, so you really want to handle a lot of the cards. So let's get right into it. When we turn it over, the first card we have, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to go through each card briefly. There are 68, but we're going to try to press on through. I just want to show you the images and the names. So first off, we have the beautiful ant spirit. Okay, so this is very, very nice. Okay, the first card, time to collaborate. So this is it. Every card will have a number. We'll have the animal spirit, and it will have a little sort of quotation there, right? And so, of course, there's puzzle pieces to indicate the ability of the ant to be sort of a sort of solution finder, right? Now, the one thing I do notice, right off the bat, I'm noticing that these cards are not associated with any elemental. Okay, so when I compare these to the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, which I will get out briefly. Hang on a second. Let me just pull my other deck out. And this is quite interesting that this is not on here. And it just could be that this is, you know, the way the author made it. So when I look at this deck, for instance, here we go. Very nice. We have the butterfly. Okay, so there you can see the butterfly, but on the butterfly we have the alchemical symbol for air. So we know that we're dealing with an air elemental animal spirit. Now, ant spirit, you would assume that ant spirit is associated with earth because they actually build their colonies in the earth, but there is an ant animal spirit in this deck here also, right? And it is actually the fire ant. It's a very specific kind of ant. It's the fire ant, but it is associated with fire, and the fire and the element of fire. And it makes a lot of sense when you get into the meaning of the card. However, this is something that you're not going to find here with this deck. Now, that's for you to decide if you enjoyed it, if you don't enjoy it, perhaps to having it more open like that and free flowing so you can sort of intuit the element or the spirit of the animal for yourself is more of how you would like to work, right? And that's fine too. You know, I find a lot of times, well, as we go through, I'll talk a little bit. I find a lot of times a lot of people will use tarot decks or oracle cards and they really don't feel that they need to bother learning the symbolism or the meaning that is actually associated with the images on the deck. They feel it's unnecessary. I guess the attitude is that they're just tapping in and they don't really need to know the symbols. But if that's the case, then you should really just go get some index cards and draw your own little stick figures and use those. I don't really see the point of using tarot cards with symbols that have sort of been symbols and sort of meanings that have been developed over centuries through the collective unconscious, which is really what tarot is. To throw that all away and not use it, then why bother using the decks at all? And this is really a question I've always wondered. Now here with this, we have the antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. Okay, we have the armadillo. Set healthy boundaries. And this is what this is about. Armadillo, I would say, certainly is an earth animal spirit. But again, this is going to be down to how you work with the deck. Then we have the badger spirit. Be fearless and bold. So this is also a very good deck for someone who is beginning. Okay. Hello, Teresa. Teresa. This is good for someone who is beginning. Now, you can also see to a certain degree that the numbers really are not that important. With certain decks and certain oracles, numbers and some of the symbols are going to be very important. When I read from this deck and I know that I'm dealing, for instance, with an air element or I'm dealing, for instance, with a water element, it really helps me to understand the nature of the spirit and how it is working. Right? And it allows me to go into deeper levels and make different sort of connections to get more specific. With a deck like this would be better for a beginner who would perhaps be maybe a little bit overwhelmed with something like this here where you would really have to know the symbols and the connections a lot more. Here, you can really just begin to learn to work with the animal spirit. Number 5 is the bat spirit. A rebirth is assured. And of course, this is similar to the bat energy of the animal wild unknown deck here too. We have number 6 is the beaver spirit. Lay a solid foundation, okay? Beaver is in the wild unknown deck. It is actually a water element because it makes its home in the water and provides emotional comfort, but you may feel that it's more of earth spirit. Here we have the bee. Sweet results await. All right. Then we have the bobcat. All right. Life is a mystery. Number 8. Hello, Rockin' Rob. Hello, Corin. So lovely to see you. Brown bear spirit. Take time out. Now, in the wild unknown deck, we have the bear spirit, right? But in that deck, the bear spirit indicates waking up from a spiritual slumber. Here, the brown bear spirit seems to indicate taking time out, so perhaps going into a slumber, right? Now, we have here, number 10, the buffalo spirit. The abundant universe will provide. Okay. Here we have beautiful butterfly spirit. Okay, butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful. Very, very nice. Very gorgeous card. Number 11. We have the canary spirit, sing your own song. Hello, Deborah. Canary spirit, sing your own song. And of course, in the wild unknown deck, we have the hummingbird spirit, animal spirit. Here we have the cat spirit. And I love this because, of course, I am a cat lover. And cat spirit, claim your independence. Very nice, because cats of course will quickly give you their ass to kiss. um Chameleon spirit, act as if, blending in. Very pretty. This is a really pretty card. Look at this. The coloring is really, really nice. Now the cards are quite nice. I'm not going to shuffle until we're done with all the cards, but we have the cow spirit. The miracles are endless. Right? Beautiful. Then we have the coyote, the trust in divine detours. Then we have the crow spirit. Crow is, of course, a token or a totem of the magic and the occult. And so here we have co-create with spirit. Number 17. Number 18, we have deer spirit. Bring a gentle touch, which is very similar to the other deck as well. We have dog spirit. So this is interesting because a lot of animal spirit decks do not include the dog. And for you dog lovers out there, this is really, really cool. Be loyal to what you love. This is very, very nice. I think it's a border collie. I love border collies. The dolphin spirit, very strong. This and that are true. So seeing both sides, of course, both sides of a situation. Of course, this can involve healing. Number 20. Then we have the dove spirit. Very, very nice. Be peace. Be peace. Right? Really, really beautiful. And this is another reason why I do these unboxings like this. And I know this is the only second one, but I'm going to be doing more because it's very difficult to try and find anywhere on the web where you can see each and every card of a deck, right? And really see what all the images look like. Dragonfly spirit, truth transcends illusion. And of course, dragonfly in this deck is also associated with light and illusion. So we definitely have a lot of sort of similar anecdotes, similar sort of characteristics to these animal spirits that are being shared with the Wild Unknown deck. We have the eagle spirit. Spirit has your back. Very strong with that beautiful crown, right? Very, very nice. Hello, Brandy. Then we have the electric eel spirit. Bring your ideas to life. I like this one. Very pretty, very emotional. Bring your ideas to life. Put some emotion into your ideas. Okay, let's keep going. Elephant spirit. Learn from the past. Learn from the past. Very nice. Look at that. It almost makes it look as though the elephant ears are sort of soaring, like their wings. Very nice imagery. And of course, when you're working with a deck, it's very important that you are sort of comfortable with the imagery. Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. I really like this as well because flamingos are really incredible animals also. All right, so now we have the fox spirit. Think on your feet. Number 27, really pretty. Look at those eyes. We have the frog spirit, clear out the clutter. And of course, the frog is one of my main players on my readings. And the frog oftentimes brings cleansing rain. We have 29, giraffe spirit. See the whole picture with those big, beautiful eyes that the giraffe has. Then we have grasshopper spirit. Take a leap of faith. Let me make sure I got this right. Okay. I don't want these cards to be doubled up. Take a leap of faith, grasshopper spirit. Then we have groundhog spirit. Oh, look how cute. It's very sweet. Time to let go. I like that this deck has a really large variety of messages. 68 cards is really a lot. We have 32, the hawk spirit. Let your spirit be your guide. This deck is also very, very good for a beginner because there are so many different unique animal spirits in this deck that you don't necessarily need to know the element of the animal that you're working with because there's so many and they're so unique. Horse spirit, freedom is yours. Very beautiful. Then we have the hummingbird spirit, be here now. Very, very, look at the colors there. It's just gorgeous, right? Purples and reds. Koala spirit, oh, spirit has a plan. Number 35, koala spirit, look at that. It's like he sat there, this meditative sort of position. He reminds me of Kung Fu Panda. I just love it. I know it's a koala, not a panda. Look at this, koi fish spirit. There's always enough. Look at that. Very nice. I can't wait to work with this deck, quite honestly. Then we have Lion Spirit. Be generous of spirit. Nice. We have 38. We have the Lizard. Dream the world into being. That nice, nice, nice. We have the Moth Spirit. Surrender now. Right. Very nice. We have the Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things, right? And again, we see similar sort of messages as we see in the Wild Unknown deck. In the Wild Unknown deck, the Mouse Spirit is also dealing with a lot of sort of nitpicky sort of tasks, right? Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. The nightingale is a beautiful, beautiful bird voice associated with singers and orators. Then we have Otter Spirit. Now look at these two otters just cuddled up. You are never alone. I believe this was the card that I saw once a while back, a few years back, where I saw it and I was like, wow, I love this deck. Then we have, of course, the Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. Look at that. Again, with the crown, right? Talking about some of these animal spirits wearing crowns. It's quite interesting. I think the eagle was wearing a crown too. Really speaks to the position of that animal spirit in terms of its authority, right? Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. Look at this. Let me see if I can get close up on this card. Look at that panther. All right. Very, very nice. Strong energy. Nice coloring. Parrot Spirit, we have 45. Watch your words. Okay, watch what you say. We have Peacock Spirit, let it shine. Talking about beauty. Look at that. Just so, no border. These cards have no borders, by the way. So they're just like the entire image right there. It's very, very nice because the images are very bold. It's really lovely. Pig Spirit. And I love this because I am actually the pig in the Chinese horoscope. I'm a metal pig. And any of you who are into Chinese horoscopes, pigs are very, very sweet. And Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. Very intelligent creatures. And I love to see the Pig Spirit in this deck. We have the Porcupine Spirit, which is number 48. Time for beginner minds, right? So very nice. Don't be too prickly. Don't be too sensitive. Rabbit Spirit, right? Now is a lucky time, number 49. All right. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I know we're almost there. We're at 50. We got 68, so 18 more. We have the Rhino Spirit. It is overcome any obstacle. Very strong, beautiful. Then we have the Sandpiper Spirit. Be playful. Cute animal. All right. These are the ones that like to stick their beaks into the sand and hunt for sort of creatures and bugs in the sand, right? And again, what I was saying in one of the other videos, I get a lot of questions from people about how to work with tarot, how to work with animal spirit decks, etc., etc. The more you know about the animal and its nature and how it behaves in the wild, the more you can form an analogy or a sort of metaphor for the spirit that it brings. Scarab beetle spirit, magic works through you. Of course, scarab beetles. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And I think I will try to get up on that beetle sort of shell so you can see. It's really, really pretty. Right? I don't know if it's going to focus. There you go. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? Very nice indeed. Then we have the Seahorse Spirit. Watch and wait. We have the Skunk Spirit. Interesting. Which is know your worth. Pepe Le Pew, as it were. Right? Yes, there is elaborate detailing on these cards, Rock and Rob. They're very, very artistic, very, very colorful. The colors will speak to you. They will indicate certain messages. Snake Spirit, time to heal. Right? Then we have Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. Spider is associated with Dharma and making the next move, of course. And again, this is another one that if I could get a little bit close, you can see that spider is really beautiful. The detailing is really, really nice. Look at that, the coloring, right? And so you can imagine even the web is quite sort of, You know, look at the web is sort of glistening. Make your dreams real, right? And all of this is what you, this is why I tell people that if you're new to tarot, you need to take some time with your deck and really meditate on it and really study it because um, it's these little things in the colors and the graphics and the images. There's a reason why we use image cards for tarot. If you don't care about the images, why are you using the tarot deck anyway? I never understood that, but look at these images and how they make you feel. How do the colors make you feel? Squirrel spirit, right? How does that, you know, how do the mix of colors, the mix of artistic sort of impression, how does it make you feel? Look at this particular squirrel. Look, he's one of those wild squirrels with the tufts on his ear. You know, what does that remind you of? Believe in yourself, right? You know, it could be that when you are in touch with the card, you pull the squirrel spirit, you know, the fact that you see that this is a very unique kind of squirrel really talks to the testament of somebody being very unique and perhaps being also a bit of a rebel. This is all of these things is what we learn so that you can begin to interpret the tarot readings and so that your intuitive abilities and your understanding of the symbolism can come together to give a cohesive picture. Here is, of course, the logo, you know, the logo spirit, right, on the box and on the book, the stag spirit, which is, of course, take the lead. We have starfish spirit. We're almost down, so I'm going to pick it up. Starfish spirit is next. Also very, very beautiful. Very, very open to infinite possibilities. Then we have the swan, number 60. Time for a deep dive. This is, of course, emotional spirit, beauty. Okay, then we have turkey spirit. Give with guidance and grace. Right? Beautiful. The wild turkey in America is actually a very auspicious bird, and the turkey feathers and turkey plumes are used in a native tribe tradition. Very, very sort of auspicious bird. Turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. Very nice. Of course, talking about the story of tortoise and the hare. SVT. Hello, how you doing? Hello. Okay, so turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. And then we have vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted. All right. Now, the vulture is in the other deck as well, and I do appreciate this animal being in the deck. And again, look at this. This is another bird, right, that has a crown, right? And of course, once you get into the book and you read the meanings that is associated with the book, I'm sure it will talk about much more, talk about some of the imagery. We have wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings, and yes, indeed, it does. We have whale spirit is 65, trust the great mystery. 66 is white raven spirit, trust in the magic. All right, white raven. Gosh, he looks a little bit like the ugly duckling, doesn't he? He looks like his feathers need, like, I don't know, like they've been permed. I mean, he looks adorable, right? But white raven, I didn't expect it to be so like, wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the last one is 68. Folks, this is so cute. This is, in fact, wombat spirit. And I've never seen wombat spirit in a deck before, but why not? Be at home. Wombats are absolutely adorable, adorable creatures. All right, guys. So this is the deck. Very nice. So I'm going to give it its first shuffle. And of course, it's very stiff. And I can tell you that, yes, it's a little stiff. It's some other decks. I will show you, for instance, this deck. I'm going to compare a little bit. This deck, which is the Sacred Rebel deck, look at that. You see how it's like very, very easy to squeeze. It's very easy to sort of like, right, shuffle with. Okay. If you try to shuffle it this way, however, it's really stiff. So you have to like, you see what I'm saying? Now, this deck here is stiff both ways, okay? So you're not here to feel it, but it's stiff both ways. So you'd have to be a little careful when you're shuffling, right? You do a corner shuffle. A lot of times, a lot of people are comfortable with that. I'm only going through it because this is not a traditional size deck, and for some of you, you may find it challenging to shuffle it. If that's the case, you may indeed have to just stick with it. Ask any questions you want, Salma. And that's the case, you just stick with this sort of typical shuffling like this. Some of you can shuffle the deck like that. Anyway, you feel comfortable shuffling, but of course you need to get your hands in there and work with the deck. How does Dr. Petkoff feel about me? Will he reach out and when? Thank you. Yeah, I'm not answering reading questions, dear. Right? I mean, I'm not a psychic. I'm not a clairvoyant. So I don't know who Dr. Petkoff is to you, and I have no way of knowing what he will do or how he feels. Let me be clear. I'm an intuitive, empathic reader, right? I am not a psychic. I'm not, I'm not I don't have auditory messages coming in or visual messages. A lot of people have that, and that's a beautiful skill. But I don't have that, and I don't claim to have that. I have a skill at reading tarot, which is a craft that I've studied over many years. And I also have an empathic and an intuitive ability, which I continue to hone and to work on. And I don't even claim to be at all any sort of light worker or super experienced spiritual worker. I am a very simple, intuitive tarot reader. And that's it. And the only way that I can help you or give you any clarity is if I spend time with you, if I talk with you, if I plug into your energies, that I listen to you, and we're doing, for instance, a private reading, then I can begin to get into your situations. And then it's a very magical thing, and my readings generally provide a lot of sort of clarity. However, it is a two-way process, and it's an exchange of energies, and that's it. Right. So if there are a lot of psychics out there that are very good psychics, and I would encourage you to go ahead and search those out, but I'm not one of them. So, Salma, yeah, if you want to go ahead, this isn't an unboxing video, so if you want to go ahead and have a general love reading, you can go ahead and book that, and the link to book a reading is in the description. All right, guys, so this is it. This is the box. This is the cards. I'm going to do one more thing, folks. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just pick out one card, right? Let's pull out one card. I'm going to pull out one card and we'll just pull it out. We'll look at it and we'll read it. I'm going to read what the book says about one card. And so this way you can also get an idea, right, of how the book interprets the cards and what kind of age you may have to working with the cards, right? Even if you are an experienced tarot reader, there are a lot of animal spirits here that are not in other decks, and this may be the first time you've dealt with a wombat animal spirit, and so of course you may need some guidance. So here, we're pulling out a card, and the card we pull, of course, is Beautiful Whale Spirit. All right, so trust the great mystery, right? So let's get a close-up of this beautiful card. This is number 65. This is associated with the whale. Now, right away, I say to myself, my own knowledge of animal spirits, the whale is generally, of course, a water animal spirit. And it is an animal spirit that can really deal with a lot of intense emotions because it can go very, very deep. And so trust the great mystery when we, in a lot of ways, it's a very similar message because the mystery of the depths of the oceans, right? If you can trust that, it's the same way with the whale spirit in a lot of ways that they are not afraid to sort of dive deep. So now let's go into the book really quickly and we're going to go ahead. I'm going to read off what the book says and you can get an idea of what to expect with this deck. And then I think I'm going to call it. All right, guys. So the whale spirit. Let me hold the card up while I read to you. All right. Oracle message. Whale spirit is an ancient creature who was here at the beginning of time and who has seen everything, felt everything, and heard everything that has ever transpired on this planet. In the hidden realms where all things must gather first before manifesting into form, whale spirit is the keeper, singing the soul of the whole world from the deepest waters of the coldest seas. When whale spirit appears, it is a reminder that there is a great mystery that you must accept without intellectually trying to understand it. Some things cannot be known by the mind, only experienced through the heart, through intuition, and through the peripheral senses that that part the invisible veils separating the visible world from the great manifesting consciousness in the hidden realms. Now is the time for you to immerse yourself in the great mystery of spirit and to trust that within the invisible, what you can't see now are the seeds of your intentions being tended to by angels. Now, that is the oracle message, right? Now we have also the protection message. Certainty is not offered to you right now. Let me adjust it. Sorry. You are being asked to trust the process of co-creation. Whale Spirit reminds you that your primary reality is not that of the material world, but that of the realm of spirit, from which the essence of your dreams and desires take shape before arriving as a specific form. You must trust absolutely that what will come will be for the highest good. Stay in your present moment awareness and allow the hidden realms to hold your intentions safely until it is time for them to manifest in the realm of form. Let go, for you will not be left behind. Some things take longer than others to arrive. Now, that is what the book says. And I think this is a really great message. I think it's a very good message. It makes a lot of sense to me. It makes a lot of sense in terms of the animal spirit and what we know of the whale and the wild and how it naturally acts. And so this is an excellent deck for anyone, and especially, certainly for a beginner to start off. And for anyone who wants to get into the realm of really tapping into sort of animal spirits and sort of the side of nature. Let me take a moment to read some of these comments. Hi, Rachel Turansky. Hey, Rachel. How you doing? So you bought that deck today, right? Okay, I got the Hawk Spirit today. Very good. Yes. Yeah, I did a reading for Rachel. Gosh, it feels like yesterday. Was it this morning already? All right, and SVT, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you all for your very, very nice comments. Yes. So I'm going to call it. I got to get back to my regular readings. I got to knock out some more of the weeklies tonight and load them up. So this was an unboxing, right? An unboxing video for you to see what is all involved with this deck. This is the Colette Baron-Reid Spirit Animal Oracle deck. And one of you out there will be getting this deck on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. It will be arriving to wherever in the world you are located. I'm giving one away as a gift to one of my watchers. And this is just whole exercise. It's really just a way to do something fun and for me to say thank you. I really hope that I can give out more and more tarot decks as my channel grows. I would love to, depending on how many people I have, I will certainly be more than happy to give out even more. But this is my first Christmas on YouTube, and I love you guys all so much. And I will be working with this deck and doing readings with this deck now. But whoever gets the deck will, of course, be getting a brand new one, just like you saw when I started this video. All right, guys. So that's it. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being such great supporters. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. And I will see you guys at the next video. Bye-bye now.